I'm Kristy Aasheim, a top producing agent in North Dakota, and this show is all about learning from the best. Top producers, brokerage owners, and industry experts who have faced the challenges, put in the work, and climbed to greatness. Whether you're looking to sharpen your skills, gain new strategies, or even get inspired by the journeys of top agents, you're in the right place. Let's get started. Welcome back to the Inner Circle podcast. I'm your host, Kristy Aasheim, and today I'm excited to introduce to you my guest, Amber Bess. Amber is a real estate agent with Berkshire Hathaway HomeServices in Omaha, Nebraska. With a background in property investment and a degree from University of Nebraska, she's closed transactions ranging from $180,000 to over $500,000, with an average sale price of $285,000. Amber is known for her client-first approach, dedication, and strong results serving buyers and sellers in Omaha, Papillion, and surrounding areas. Today, we're diving into generational wealth, mindset, authenticity, and how failing forward can actually be one of the greatest gifts in real estate. Amber, welcome to the show.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, I'm great.
Thanks for having me.
So first of all, I just want to talk about who's Amber. Who's Amber outside of real estate? Give us a little background on you.
Okay, well, I was in healthcare for 16 years. I did ultrasound, I scanned babies, worked in OB/GYN clinic, and then went into real estate. I have two children, a 5-year-old, a 7-year-old. I live in like a suburb of Omaha. I enjoy golfing, being outdoors. I don't like winter, and it's really cold here, so that's unfortunate. And I don't know. That's about it in a nutshell.
I know we're always so busy with real estate. Do we really have much time for ourselves?
No, I had no clue what I was getting into. Not trying to scare anybody that wants to get into real estate, but we work our butts off.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So talking into that, you said you were in ultrasound. Now, what and why did you get into real estate? How did that all happen?
Yeah, so my uncle actually was in real estate investing, and he was like, your husband's handy. You might want to think about doing this. And we were Dave Ramsey. So like we got all our debt paid off and which works great. It worked great. But then I read the book Rich Dad Poor Dad because my uncle told me to read it. And that was just like a pivotal point in my life where it was like learning how to use money as a tool and get assets. So, like, borrowing money is not bad if it's for the right kind of loan. So, me and my husband slowly but surely did all the studying, started investing in real estate, failing forward, learning all the things. And then I was like, well, I might as well just get my license, right? Because that's going to help me. And then, you know how one thing leads to the other. And then now I'm a full-blown agent.
That's awesome. Now, you started investing. What did you start with? What was like your first investment?
Okay, so it was our first flip house. So we went in, rehabbed it, and then sold it to make a profit. And I'm not a huge fan of doing that, but sometimes you have to do it. I say because you're like feeding the machine to have that capital to invest in rentals, like buy and hold properties. So we got this house. And it was in a really good area of Omaha. It had termites pretty bad, but so we learned all about termites. My husband was like, he did a lot of the rehab and then we hired people too, because he likes that stuff. So he's like pushing on the wall in the basement and it's squishy and he like tears it down and there's termites and it was terrible. We learned all the things in that house. The sewage backed up, that nothing that we did wrong. It was just a fluke thing where a brick got stuck in the sewer and it was just that's where we learned everything, and a lot of people just kind of sit on the sidelines, but it's called analysis paralysis, right? Even like with buyers and stuff, they don't want to jump in and commit, but you just got to go for it because you're going to learn and you're going to make mistakes, and that's how you get out of your comfort zone. That's how you move forward. If you're not making mistakes, then you're not doing something right, right?
Oh, I wholeheartedly agree with you. We love the investing portion. We own plenty of properties as well. And you live, you learn. I'm doing one right now that is a remodel, and it was way more of a remodel than I ever expected to be. And I'm like, okay, I guess this is what we are. It is what it is. We'll figure it out later. Like, you just have to take the risks, otherwise you're never gonna get anywhere.
And it's always like you said, like there's always surprises with those houses. And these sellers want a certain price, but you're like, I'm telling you, I can't pay more than this because once I start opening up those walls, we're gonna find things.
Absolutely, absolutely. So you did fix and flip first, and then what do you currently have?
Currently, we're looking for a property, maybe a flip, maybe a buy and hold, and then trying to offload some properties, one of those like failing forward type things.
Yep.
We bought a condo in Florida by Disney,
Oh,
and
okay.
we do short-term rentals with that Airbnb. And so we learned all about that. And we just don't get to use it as much. It doesn't, there's so many. First of all, I'll probably never buy a condo again because the appreciation's just so slow. And so we're trying to sell that. We love it there. Absolutely love it, but we'd rather invest more in state. I don't think we're to that point yet with the control aspect of like I like to be in control, be in control of things,
Oh yeah.
and I'm not because it's out of state and it's a long ways away from Nebraska. So, yeah, we're trying to offload that one and then we also have a townhouse in one of my hometowns because I thought it would be kind of nostalgic to have a rental in one of my where I'm from, but it just does not, it's on like the outskirts and it's a really beautiful area, but it just doesn't, you just can't charge a certain amount for rent where we need it to be for what they're charging in the city. So it's just a smaller town. So yeah, just trying to offload a couple things and buy some new ones and maybe do a flip.
You live and you learn and you figure out what's going to work, what's not, where you actually invest. Some of these small towns can be good if you can get them cheap enough, but small towns don't have higher rent. So that
Right.
that is definitely the hard point that we all have to dive into. So when you're with an agent, do you deal with a lot of people looking to invest or start their investment journey?
Yes, actually, you're talking about small towns. I had a client, first time home buyer, was looking for a house in this small town, and it was completely organic how it happened. She's like, "Hey, there's this, I'm gonna give you the address to this house." I'm like, "Okay." She's like, "I think they're flipping it." So I tracked down the guy because it's an LLC. I tracked him down and called him, super nice guy. So now he's become my client. He just started investing in real estate, and he's kind of sticking to the smaller towns, which I think is good because you can get there's good deals out there. A lot of people want to flip just in Omaha and just the small surrounding, Papillion, some of the bigger cities, suburbs. But he's picking like these really small towns, and I think he's onto something really. I think there's more, and he's willing to do like a really tough rehab where it's down to the studs, which that was his first one. And so he's like, I'm not scared. I'm not scared to do it again. So we're looking for he wants to do a 1031 exchange into, and I'm like, I've done that. So picked up a new client that way, helping him find a couple properties in these smaller towns. So that's been kind of fun going to these smaller areas that I've never been to.
Oh, absolutely. You just kind of got to go with it. I will do anything anyway. I am licensed in 3 states for that reason.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
Personally, well, we're very close to one of the states, and then the other state my
Okay.
husband's from, and we have Airbnbs there. So we love just kind of diving in, and you learn so much from each area and how different things are. That's for sure. When you go into a different market, everything's
Yeah.
different about how things work, how things are going to go. Some are easier, some are harder. Some you're like, wow, we should maybe work on that, and so it's better. But
Yeah. What states are you in? Or what are
North
you licensed
Dakota,
in?
South Dakota, and Montana.
Okay. Okay, nice.
Yeah. So
I've never been to, no, I've been to South Dakota, Black Hills, love that area.
yes, and we do have an STR there. So that's a fun one. We like that. But it's different. It's hard when you're not there all the time.
I know, because we were kind of looking up there, but I'm like, nope, I'm not doing it. I just gotta stick to my state first until I can let go of that control. I mean, it'll happen. Just
Yeah.
you have to find the right people.
So when you switched over from medical field into real estate, now I mean, it's such a different comparison. Granted, you're dealing with people every single day in your
Yes.
path. So how do you stay true to like who you want to be in this new path? Have you even established that yet? I don't know how many years you've been in real estate yet. Have you established like what your path is for clients or where it's going to be? Are you changing from what you initially thought?
Yeah, I mean, because I thought originally, I'm like, I'm just gonna get my license for real estate investing. And then I'm like, okay, I think I can do this. I think I want to work with clients. So it's kind of a balance because I still have my license to do ultrasounds, so I'll help them out at the hospital, and they're very appreciative of that because I do like to stay busy too. So I'm doing that, and Yeah, I think my passion really is like teaching the younger, well, not necessarily the younger generations, but teaching individuals how to build generational wealth through real estate investing. Just like seeing a financial advisor, I do think you should diversify your portfolio. It's exactly like that. So I kind of consider myself like a real estate advisor. That's kind of how I go about when I talk to people about investing. But not everyone wants to invest either. So I have to just kind of pick their brain and see where they're at. That's not for everybody. So it's there's so many different avenues and different pivots you have to do with this job. I don't really have per se a niche. I just really enjoy real estate investing and teaching people about that.
Okay, now you came from the Dave Ramsey thoughts and theories. Are you guys
Yeah.
still in that mindset, or have you completely changed
No.
since you found out there's a whole nother realm?
No, yeah. Yeah. Because I was telling my uncle, I was like, well, maybe I'll get in real estate investing once I pay my mortgage off. Yeah, I mean, I got like a 2.1 interest rate and I will never pay that mortgage off. And if I do, like I'm always trying to get my husband to move into like properties that we could fix up, I mean that we could live in but fix up. So I'm always trying and then like rent out our house. So I'm like it's just funny just going I'm like let's go for an adventure and I never would have been like that before. But if I was still on the Dave Ramsey path because he would have told you to save what 20% down and I mean, gosh, by the time you do that, you're gonna have like one property and maybe.
Oh God, you would never get anywhere. I'm sorry.
No. And he invests in real estate too. It's like it's just but it works really good for certain people. And I think it did to get our debts paid off, except for our mortgage. I think it was good. And that's what allowed us, because we had so much equity in our house, allowed us to do a HELOC to get money to start investing,
Right.
basically. So it was a
But
blessing
for
at
the
that.
right people, like the people that need that help, that don't know where to start, it's great
Yes.
to go in and be like, okay, this is where we start. This is how we do that. But then there's a certain point. I mean, if that's all you want in your life and you don't want to go bigger or anything, fine. Dave Ramsey's for you. I'm one that, okay, what can we leverage? What else can
Yes.
what else can we get more? To me, that's my retirement path. I'm not going to be able to retire unless I have X amount over here. And like you said, diversify. You can have stocks and all that kind of stuff too, but real estate appreciates. I mean, we want real estate. It's a huge thing. Right now, who is your biggest mentor influence coming into, this investment world?
For like investing anything, well, like Robert Kiyosaki, Brandon Turner, anything like Bigger Pockets. I like all them. What's another? And I constantly reading books. I do like Mel Robbins. I know she's not real estate investing, but I love her for the mindset part of it. Yes. And then because it was kind of like investing, learn all about that. Now it's more about the mindset. Like I just went to a conference where they said, you can be fabulous and you can be great at your job, but like if your mindset is not right, like you're never going to be to where you want to be. Like it's all about the mindset. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I like reading the Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle is very deep. So that's kind of where I'm at right now with mentors is going more into like the mindset stuff.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, this is something we learned as kids. You are who you surround yourself with. And if you don't surround yourself with open-minded people that have ideas and think bigger and want success, it's hard because you kind of are at the level of the people that you're hanging out with too. And the things you're reading, all of that influences your mindset. So, have you seen that change since you've changed your mindset?
I think I'm I think I'm really struggling. I'm like right in there, right in there. I have a therapist. I call her my health coach. She's been amazing, and I've learned so much with her about boundaries. And yeah, I'm kind of there right now, where I see what you're saying, and I totally believe it. And that's where I'm at, where I'm just like I need to think about who I'm surrounding myself with, who I'm talking about this stuff with, because again, it's not for everybody. Some people might think I'm crazy, which is probably a good thing if they do, because that means I'm doing something right.
Right.
Right?
Right. They only think
So,
you're crazy if they are not doing anything.
yes,
People that
yes.
are
Yeah, I
doing
have a lot of
anything
agent
never.
friends. So I do have a lot of friends that do this and stuff, but yeah, I mean exactly what you said. Like the top 5 people you hang around, that's where you're gonna be. So So I don't have any friends right now. I'm joking. I do, but
I get it. I don't do
I'm
anything.
reevaluating that, like how that's going to go into my future, or where I want to go with my future. I'm mentoring somebody. I mean, I've only been in this 3 years, but I'm already mentoring a gal because she wants to get her license, and then she's been an assistant doing like admin work for me, and she's great. Like we balance each other out. Our energies, like if I ever get like a little negative, she's like, be positive. And then we just balance each other out. She's young, but she's like an old soul. So, I mean, that's kind of where I'm there with that. I don't know where it's going to lead, but we have a good energy. I like being with people that I just click with and have a good energy, and it's just easy because then it's kind of meant to be, right?
Yeah, that the conversations flow really easily and that you can call. And it doesn't necessarily mean it's somebody that you see on a Tuesday. It could be somebody that lives across the US, but that really works well with what you need in your life. I mean, with technology these days, you can talk to people anywhere. I mean, you can have FaceTime
Right.
convert. You can even have wine on Zoom. It's fine. No big deal.
Yes, yes, yes.
Or you can plan trips and go to different leadership events or masterminds and things like that. So sometimes we have to really take a step back and say, okay, which people do I want to spend my time with? That's for sure.
Right.
Um,
Totally agree.
Now, with that said, you are growing. It sounds like you're doing very well and you're being very successful. And I know you also have a family, as do I, mom life and all that such. How are you dealing with all the demanding of growth and trying to keep up. And I mean, I don't think people realize what us real estate agents all do. So how are you handling that and what tips do you have for anybody?
Oh gosh, just yeah, balance. That's one thing that I do struggle with because I really genuinely like to work. I do. I do like my job. And then it's a balance, right? Because we invest in real estate, and then I'm working with clients, helping them invest. And so there's this balance, and then family life too. And uh my husband, he's great. He's like, I mean, I have to have a supportive husband because, I'll be going out doing showings at night. And so, he's with the kids and his work schedule's flexible. He's been great. But yeah, that's definitely something I need to work on is more of a balance. My thing is trying to be more present with in my life. And I think with that, then the balance comes.
Yeah.
Just, yeah.
Yep, it's hard, but you just figure it out. I have learned over time. I've been in it almost 10 years. It's okay to not answer till tomorrow. Now, I am a morning
Yes.
person. I'm not a night person. So if my phone is dinging at night, you'll get a text message early in the morning. My clients know it, my friends know it. I even have agents that want like just to throw something off me. They know they can call at 6. That's fine. No big deal. But don't call me at 8 or 9. I'm not that.
Yeah. I might be up, but like mentally, I'm not
No,
going to be
I'm
able
not
to talk to
done.
you.
I'm just unless I have to be. I mean, there is times you're negotiating offers, whatever, you have to. But I have
And
learned.
that's the thing, 10, 11 o'clock at night, and you're negotiating offers. Like, and you got to be on. I mean, I've been exhausted before, and I'm like, I gotta go to bed. And then up again the next morning trying to make this closing happen. I mean, it's incredible. It is. It's all the time. And that's when you're new, you have no boundaries and you'll chase anybody and you'll do anything. I am very responsive on my phone, but I'm getting better. I am getting better. The thing is, I'll be responsive because then I know I'll forget at the end of the night. But I have put up boundaries. I have,
Yep.
definitely.
You do have to do a little bit. Or if I know I'm going to be gone, like, and it's an important vacation, like with my family, those clients that I'm working with currently, I'll just send them a polite message. Hey, I'm going to be gone for 4 days. I just want to let you know I'm going to respond in the morning and in the evening. Anyway, so let's talk about balance with kids, family, everything in that nature. What are you personally doing to try to keep the balance within your household?
That's definitely something I can work on, or I need to be working on. I think I'm trying to just be more like present, live my life in the present moment, and then it'll all come. I have a boundaries up, not taking phone calls at all hours, or yes, just recently too. I'm just like, I can't talk right now. Like there's nothing emergent about real estate unless I guess you're trying to get investment property and it ends at a certain time. But there's really no emergency with real estate. It can wait. Unfortunately, your clients don't necessarily think of it that way. They want to be answered right away. But if you give that to them, then you're kind of just like, hey, day or night, you can get a hold of me. I am very responsive, but I've definitely set up boundaries. since I started. In the beginning, you just have no boundaries. You're chasing everything, but that's just going to burn you out, right? You got to have
Absolutely.
boundaries.
You definitely need those boundaries in place. And it's okay even just to be responsive and say, hey, not a problem. We don't need this for a couple more weeks. So how about tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. we talk about this? Set up a time rather than, I'm going to do this right now. You definitely can do that. You do not lose clients over it. People need to remember that. Like that was the biggest thing. I used to train a whole bunch of agents and I'm like, you will not lose a client over setting a time or, not answering the question right then and there or not answering till morning if it's 10 o'clock at night. Nobody's, usually when you don't get a response, you're like, oh shoot, it's 10 o'clock. I shouldn't have sent that text message.
Yes, people, they're they're friendly. Like they don't want to bother you. They're like, sorry, I keep calling. They
Yep.
just have questions.
And that's okay.
That's fine.
Right. And it's fine to set boundaries for yourself. It's also fine when setting up showings. I know a lot of agents are like, oh, well, they can only see at night. I'm like, have you even asked? And they're like, no. I'm like, I just set up like, hey, can you guys go? I have, 9 to 11, 1 to 5. And if you absolutely have to do an evening, I have this. But most of the time,
Absolutely.
my people will go during the day. Like, oh, you'll do them during the day. I'm like, I prefer.
Preferably.
Yes, prefer.
I mean, because an agent was talking at this conference, and she's like, "There's no reason why most people can't do a showing over their lunch break." Like she's like, "That's kind of what I strive for." Or if you don't have to be to work till a little later. I mean, a lot of people's work is very flexible. A lot of people working from home now, right? So
Yeah.
people can do that. So yeah, I do try to get that in there versus doing them late at night.
Oh, yeah. And honestly, it's usually better for sellers because
Yes,
sellers just come home from work and want to cook dinner with their family. Instead, they have to leave their house. So it's actually a win-win. It's just more or less you have to have the right conversation and be a business person, be structured, tell people like, hey, yep, we can go this time, or this time. It's okay to do that. And it's less stress on you and less burnout at the end of the day.
right. That's for sure. Yep, agree.
So if you had, I mean, you've been in a couple years, and I mean, everybody's start is a little bit differently, but if you could say you're starting fresh over right now, what would you do differently, or what advice would you have for a new agent?
Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. I would say like don't chase people. It's more important to just be yourself and let it like organically come to you. And I know I'm not saying don't follow up with people. Yes, follow up. But once you stop chasing, then you are more magnetic to attract, if that makes sense. That's kind of where I'm at in my life. And you don't have to get every client. Some clients together, and that's okay. You can refer them out. I think yeah, that's probably definitely. And then just because I had no clue what I was getting myself into, time blocking processes and balance, just so important. Get a mentor, go to all the classes that your brokerage teaches and willing to help you with. Take advantage of all that and social media. Not everybody wants to be in front of the camera, but you have to do it.
Okay, that is the
I
word
know.
here.
That's
And
where we're at.
honestly, the more and more we do it, the more comfortable it is, the more easy it is.
Yes.
And you just have to get over the haters. There's always going to be haters no matter what you're doing. So don't worry about the people like, oh, yeah, I saw that. Who cares? Just
Well,
get
they
on.
help the algorithm because and then they help the algorithm in Instagram and
Yeah,
all
yeah,
the sites, all the platforms.
absolutely. So, well, it was wonderful having you on today, Amber. I hope to chat with you again sometime about or investment properties. But otherwise, I hope you have a wonderful day, and we will make sure to tag all of your Facebook, Instagram, and everything else so everybody knows where to find you if you're shopping in the Omaha area.
Thank you.
That's it for this episode of the Inner Circle podcast. I hope you've enjoyed the conversation and took away some valuable insights to help you along your real estate journey. If you found today's episode helpful, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. We'd love to hear your thoughts, so drop me a comment below with your biggest takeaway or any questions you might have. And if you know someone who would benefit from this conversation, share this episode with them. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time on the Inner Circle.